Eliasson. I'm here in Davos at Hub Culture's Pavilion. We're outside the Ice House. I'm delighted now to be joined by Olafur Eliasson, artist and the CEO of Little Sun. Congratulations on your award, first of all.
Thank you.
Tell me, first of all, I can't help but admire your Little Sun. What is it?
Well, actually, it's a little power station, right? So I have a little portable power station in my hand. But what it actually is it's a solar panel. It's a very good solar panel. There's a rechargeable battery inside, a very good one too, and a small LED. So for the people who live without access to energy, this is actually a huge difference because they can charge, and within 4 hours it's full, and then they have light for the whole evening. So, I mean, besides the fact that it's actually 1 billion people in our world today live without access to energy, it's also about, well, with what effort do we bring energy into that part of the world which do not have energy, right? So Little Sun is really, first of all, about, bringing energy into the places where there is no, but also to do it in a way which is actually sensitive and productive and ethically correct. And that's why I say it's a power station, because I think it's about, well, if you think about energy or power, it should also be something about do I feel resourceful? Do I feel enabled? When I wear this in the day, charging it, is that something that I'm proud of? Why I have a power station, or is it something that shows that this guy has no power at his house? So we want to show, well, power is positive, right? Power is about empowerment, and power is really like a resource that can change people's life. So many people think of energy as being, esoteric or abstract, or frankly speaking, we all struggle with, the climate crisis and what to do, and is it so abstract? I can't do anything, and it's really difficult. Suddenly here, energy is, should I say, palpable, or it's understandable. It's, I wouldn't say quantifiable, but it's not as abstract. It's something we have a relationship with. So that's how we have built up a strategy.
And tell me a little bit about the company itself. So you're working with a scientist, and how is that collaboration?
So I founded Little Sun with a solar scientist, an engineer essentially. And Little Sun started out with a little seed money, and then essentially we struck a sort of successful key in the, how should I say it? We did a business model which essentially was not a relief or aid or giving away lamps, but building micro businesses primarily in sub-Saharan Africa. But we seeded or funded that with selling these lamps at a higher price in the more affluent markets where there is power typically, right? So in Europe, we sell these for, I think, €22 or $25. And the profit from that, which is about $15 a piece, we use to seed and build up micro stores, kiosks, local entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs in sub-Saharan Africa. And we are, I believe in 2 weeks, if everything goes right, we are crossing the 500,000 sold lamps in 3 years.
That's fantastic.
It's
Congratulations.
amazing, yes. Thank you.
Tell me, what kind of difference has it made? Have you heard any stories back from people who've been using them?
Oh yeah, well, all the time. It's, the thing is, in a household with a family, this of course is not just beneficial for one. We see typically maybe the father gets up very early, maybe going out into a farmhouse where there's some animals. He uses it to milk a cow. Then the kids uses it to get up in the morning, maybe to cook and so on. So it has multiple uses. So a lot of people, even within one household, benefits from it. And the thing is, we of course always think we know what people will do with it. And I actually spoke to that. It was actually a grandfather. I told him, that's so great. You're gonna, you go out to milk your cow, and then now you can see. But then he said, listen, the truth is, between us, he said, the truth is, he's been milking the cow in darkness for 40 years. But now he's so old, he has to go to the toilet on the way. And the toilet, he's always afraid of falling going to the toilet. So for him, it's amazing to actually be able to go to the toilet without being, if he falls and breaks a hip, the family falls apart, right? Yeah. So for him, it's a little more complex, but he just says, I'll just use the story with the cow because these people understand.
Right.
But the truth is, so we have kind of stopped telling people what to do with it, because eventually everybody obviously are the better sort of solution themselves.
Fantastic. And what's next for you?
Well, let me show you something else, right? Because everybody we brought this to, they said, listen, light is great, but essentially we can turn on a petroleum lamp. And we say, oh, but you shouldn't do that. We say, but they can, right? What they can't do, they cannot charge their phone. So what I have here, and which we are going to launch now end of March, we launched it on Kickstarter robustly, very well, and that's why it went quite fast.
I bet.
So let me show. It also has light, but this is a very strong solar panel. It has a very large battery. It's a lithium iron phosphate battery. I had to learn that, right? But it's the best battery you can get. It's the battery from the iPhone, so a very strong one. And this has enough power to charge a big smartphone, or two smaller smartphones, or several Nokia phones, or a small tablet if you want, or a GoPro camera if you want. So the point is, energy is not just about light, it's also about communication. And as we know, the digital revolution, everybody has phones, everybody's starting to transfer money over phones. The business and the phones and the internet is totally interconnected now. So everybody said, make a high quality and very affordable mobile charger. So what we have here is currently, and you know how fast these things change, but this is currently the best quality mobile charger because it's the best solar panel. It's full in 4 hours only, so it's very fast. And it is also the cheapest one, which is obviously why we are struggling a little bit to make money, because we make very high quality and we sell at a very low price. But essentially that's the point. We bring this now onto the market in Africa with a pretty good profit margin, meaning that the local business people, they have a robust potential of income. We sell it at a higher price in New York, in London, and around in design stores and so on. And the profit from that drives our little company. So we're not really profiting from, or we're not profiting at all actually, from sub-Saharan marketplaces. We are so excited about it.
I love it. Olafur, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lash.
I'm honored to be here. Thank you.